Hi everyone, my name is Juliana and welcome to this channel dedicated to well-being, spirituality, positivity and tarot. And this video dedicated to tarot reading. So I'll be doing pick a card, a general tarot reading, and the question is, should I stay in this relationship? Now, if this is a first time that you watched reading on my channel, please take a few minutes and watch the video. Watch this before your tarot reading, where I explain what tarot reading is and how I read tarot and how it's best to understand. So basically it will provide you better context to understand the reading. Please remember, tarot does not tell us what to do, or they will not make decisions for us, because we are creators of our own life, but they can provide us better understanding or clarification of the process. Please put a like if you did enjoy the video and comment what do you think about it, and if you have any other suggestions or questions that you would like me to read for you, that again comment underneath the video. Please subscribe, this is a new channel and your support means a lot. And if you want a personal reading with me, then feel free to drop me an email. All the information you can find in the description box underneath. And let's go to the video. So here's the reading for should you stay in these relationships. And this is a group number 1, this is group number 2, and this is group number 3. Please take a few moments and choose the one that speaks to you the most. Okay, so first I see that now at this very moment of your relationship kind of hit a stable spot, and everything seems to be okay in your relationship at this really moment, and you seem doing fine. But I do believe if that's the reading that you're interested in, there are some issues that bothering you. And I do believe that even though right now you feel your relationship kind of hit the stable ground and they kind of the plateau and they going fine and everything is okay, there is still a lot of things to consider, a lot of things on your mind that you thinking, yes, it seems fine, but the issue seems like they just kind of go on the second plane, but they haven't been resolved, they just not active right now. And there is something, even though things seems like being right now, seems to being okay right now, you do a lot of thinking, because those issues they still hear that whatever there is something on your mind, and you really consider, you do a lot of thinking, and you don't really know what to do, because it seems, I also seem that there is a strong bond relationship. It's not a new relationship. I feel that you really have or even if it's not long term, that there is a strong connection you have with the person, but there are definitely things that are not okay with you, that there is definitely things for you tough to swallow. And also I think that are you taking initiative, or your partner taking initiative to really try to work things out, and maybe you try to renew your relationship, maybe counseling or some of that sort, that you really try to revive, or really try to really build the new relationship on the background of the old one, really start everything from fresh, kind of new beginning, new fresh start. Forget the past, forget the old, let's turn it around and let's start something new. And does this initiative coming from who? This initiative is coming from him. I get the male part here. Does it coming from the male, regardless of is it who watching this, male or female? There is definitely an initiative on one part coming to revive this relationship and reestablish them. But I also see there is strong bond here. You really feel that you do share a lot, and maybe you have been through a lot together. You feel like you really care for each other. You're really close, spiritually you're really close to each other. You have that strong bond, strong connection. And that's why it's such a difficult decision for you, because there's been really upsetting things that's been done to your relationship, that is really hard, that really impact your bond. And that's why it's really I think you're really on the fence here, because you had this thing, that the great thing going on around between you. And I do believe, to me, that it seems like a marriage or a long-term commitment, because I do get a sense of a strong bond here in this relationship. But there was a lot of hurt and a lot of emotions, a lot of negative emotion going on. Maybe somebody did something to upset a lot of, to really crack that bond, to really test your relationship. And you don't really know what to do right now. I see that you can save this relationship, but it will not be without the sacrifice. Even though this is a reading for should you stay in this relationship, and as I mentioned before, tarot does not make a decision for you. They can give you some information, more information. You can stay together, but there will be some sacrifices made. You will have to bend on both sides. Probably it will not be easy. It will not happen that magically this relationship will transform if like nothing ever happened again. That just will not going to happen, and you have to accept it. Now it is up to you whether you choose to stay in this relationship, and you can be together. I see that probability. You still can be together. You can be together in terms of you can save this relationship. But there's always will be something. Those issues that you have in right now, they will not go. There will be another ones. So it is really up to you to understand, are you willing to sacrifice certain things to continue this connection or not? It is really up your choice. But what tarot tells me here is that will not be an easy relationship. It will just not happen. You will not be able to start fresh, and this relationship will just be a smooth sail after that. There's just too much was happen. Some words being said, probably some action has been done, and that will be always there. The bond is strong, and I feel that maybe you even have kind of on again, off again relationship that might be or that might be happening for you, because again, you feel that connection. You are close people to one another. But the question is, do you want that difficult relationship? Because I don't see any, again, I don't see that transformation in terms of that it will be change, and this relationship will be joyful and pleasurable for you. I see that it will still be a work, and there still will be some sacrifices along the way if you will continue this relationship. So yes, hopefully this reading gave you some thoughts to think about. So it is really up to you to decide. I see that you really think a lot on this relationship. This is you probably been a long time with your partner, but it's just I see that there is a lot of difficulties going on, and a lot of really thinking, should you or shouldn't you. So definitely I see that you're trying to revive relationship. You try that, but there is always will be something, at least for right now. That's how you both feel. There is always will be something. So this is up to you to decide, do you want that, or you want something clean slate with someone else. So this is the reading for the group number 2. Should you stay in this relationship? Now, firstly, I see both of you here. You're both present in this relationship. And I see that you both feel that you doing your own thing. You both living in your own worlds. I feel that maybe you feel this connection, that each one of you in a relationship, but you live in different lives. You don't really share that much connections these days anymore. Each one of you is interested with their own life, with their own things, with their own friends, with their own whatever it is. It's just that connection is not there anymore, and that's how I feel. And I feel there is also being some Are you fighting, or there is something that really caused big stress to the relationship? Maybe something happened, and I really feel that you either, if that's what happened, that you try to work through that right now. You try to, and you will be able to if you choose so. So whatever, if you living through some distress right now, or if some distress will going to happen for you within the close approximately of time for your relationship, that might be some big argument, for example, or like something really big that will going to feel disruptive for your relationship, you will be able to get back together. Because I feel that there's maybe by the habit, or maybe because you still both believe in this relationship, even though you maybe kind of fall out of the connection for both of you, but you still see each other, you still appreciate each other, you still see the good things in each other. And I do think that you still, both of you still value a lot of things in this relationship and this connection that you have. So I do see that there is some sacrifices will have to happen for both of you in order to save those relationships. So it will not be very easy. But both of you will have to do some work on the relationship. Both of you will have to maybe sacrifice something and really go through something. And maybe there will be some difficulties with that. But the relationship, you can get through the tough times that you have in together. And I see that you really need to fight for the relationship. If you can fight, then you can. And you, okay, here I see both. You have to fight for the relationship in order to save them. You can save this relationship, and you can really, actually, for this connection, cards tell me that you have a very good chance to reignite this relationship. But you really need to stand, you really need to understand the other person. You really need to try to understand where they're coming from. Where are they now in their lifetime? You really, it seems like you're far apart from each other at this moment. To really take interest in another partner, to really reintroduce yourself to each other, and then that connection can be reignited, can be reestablished. I see that the strong bond that you have, it's still very well alive. It's just you fall out of each other. I see there was some distress in a relationship. Maybe some situation occurred that really tested your relationship, but you can go through that. You can go through that, and if you will fight, and if you will not fight in between, if you will put an effort and be ready to put an effort into this relationship, and again, put yourself on the place of your partner. Really try to understand them. You might be very emotional, and all you can see is your perception, and all you can see is what your partner did the wrong or they wrongdoing. But really try to observe their position and try to communicate with them without any emotion. Just try to understand them, why they did what they did, why they're saying those things. And I can definitely see that you have a strong second chance for really reunite and really reignite the passion, and really get back to find that intimacy and find that closeness again. So this is a really, really good prognosis for you if you want to save this relationship, and if you want to stay in this relationship. This relationship has a definite potential to start fresh with the new chapter. You can really reignite that connection. But there is some work needs to be done. I see there are some things that needs to be overcome. But if you're ready, and if you're ready to listen to each other and really put yourself on each other's shoes, and really understand each other, and kind of reintroduce each other, yourself into each other's life, that I definitely see that connection being reignited again. Okay, so I see that you right now going through some rocks into your relationship. I see here the sign of competition, confrontation, lie, and betrayal. Is this something that might be connected, that might be in affair that one of the partner was living or had, or there might be some betrayal that finances, or there is definitely something serious going on into your relationship, that there can be really either finances or an affair with another person. So I see that there is a definitely difficult time that is going on, because I understand that's hard to, when there is a very close person, and it's really hard to manage the emotions and feelings that you have when you experience the betrayal from the side of the person who you really cared for and who was really one of the most closest person to you. So overall, what cards tell me, that I think this relationship for you are pretty much done, and I think they, for both of you, are pretty much done. And I think that there is this relationship, if this is a relationship, we're talking about marriage, and you think, should you stay in this marriage? So I think the reason why you actually think of staying in this marriage, should you stay in this marriage or shouldn't you, is maybe a financial reason. Maybe you depend on your partner, or your partner depend on you, or some financial, material circumstances that hold you together. And maybe if you're looking for better time, for example, better timing what comes to finances, so maybe now finances are not good in your relationship, and you're just looking for a better time when your finances will be better, and then kind of get the breakup. If it's marriage, then you will get the breakup, so it will be better from financial perspective. I don't see that will going to happen, actually. I really don't. I don't think that should be the reason right here for you. Cards tell me that you already decide. Pretty much, you know the decision within yourself. You know that you already done with this relationship. There is some ties that hold you, that you maybe fear, or you feel uncomfortable to break. Maybe it's I feel this is a lot here to me connect with financial or material side of this question. So if this is the marriage, and so there is probably a material cause, maybe children if you have children, but I have a strong feeling of that there is maybe material reason why you staying in this relationship, or why you're considering to continue this relationship. But I think that you've decided, and that will not going to happen anyways. If you think that there will be better time to break this relationship, financial, or no, I think that you decided, and you already know what to do. You've decided that you done with this relationship, and there's just it is really up to you to end up this relationship. And you know that probably it will going to continue for some time. If you will not going to do anything, that they'll probably still continue for quite some time. But if this relationship really uncomfortable for you, that bring a lot of uncomfort for you, you just need to kind of cut the cord. And if you want a new life, then start over. Do not worry for the finances. They will come other ways. It does not matter. You can suffice for yourself. This relationship is something that the only source of income for you. If that's maybe some fear that you have, that's not about that at all. You will going to find other ways. You will be okay. Universe will provide for you. So this relationship will not going to bring you much, and there is no point to waste your time in there. You try to find your balance there. You try to sustain. You try to work on the relationship, just because you want to stay because maybe there is again financial security somewhat there in your relationship, but I think you're pretty much done. Emotionally, you're pretty much done, and you already make the decision for yourself. That's what cards tell me anyways. So I don't think that here I have to say anything, because you already know your decision, you already have that figured out. I think that you already had enough. There's just been too much in your relationship, too much to manage. The only thing that stays probably, that holds you without packing your things and leaving right away, is a financial aspect, but I don't think it should hold you, because that's just the reason why you stay. That's just the fear talking within you. Universe will provide for you, so do not be afraid. Just take the all in your hands. Have a faith in you, have a trust in you. Universe will provide for you. But I think that this relationship is pretty much done for yourself, and you know it. So that's my reading. That's what I have to say for group number 3 today. So that was the end of the reading. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments down below. Please like this video if you did, and subscribe. Your support means a lot. And again, if you want a personal consultation with me, feel free to drop me an email. All the information you can find in the description underneath this video. And I really hope to see you next time. Bye!